That's right.
Ron? And I'm talking with Kelsey Klevenberg, both from Seattle, right?
Yes.
And
Seattle,
you work for who?
I work for ZipWhip.
And how long have you worked for ZipWhip?
I've worked for ZipWhip since February 6th of 2012.
And what do you do there?
I'm the director of inside sales.
When did the company start?
The company started in 2007 with the dream of allowing people to send text messages from their personal phone number on their PC or Mac.
And what attracted you to join the company?
It was an opportunity. I saw a post on Craigslist and sent in a resume and a few words about who I was as a person and what I thought I'd bring to the company. And the co-founder was doing the hiring back then, and we had a mutual affinity for the outdoors, and he decided to give me a chance.
And you're glad you did it?
Best decision I've ever made.
Why are you guys at Clio?
We're at Clio because we just launched an integration, and we want to bring text messaging to every business in the country.
Okay.
We think that you're missing an opportunity to communicate with customers or potential customers if you're not making all channels of communication available to them.
Okay, so I'm a lawyer and I got an iPhone and I can text my clients. Why do I need you guys?
You don't want to be receiving text messages on your personal phone about a family law case at 11 p.m. at night. What we do is we allow that separation between personal and business time by text enabling the existing business number that your law firm already uses.
Okay.
So that people can send in texts from your website with our click-to-text feature, or you can send a message to a current client about appointment that they have the next day or about a past due bill. It's very easy, it's a simple interface, and it's just allowing texting like you would text with a friend or a family member with clients.
So somebody on the Clio platform,
yes,
you're having an interface from text that can deliver information into the Clio environment for the lawyer.
Exactly. We know that compliance and documentation is very important in the space, so our apps allow for you to send and receive messages on your iPhone or in a web app or on the desktop, but what happens at the same time is they sync within Clio so that you have that documentation available.
How did you guys know of Clio? I mean, what happened?
We knew of Clio because we sell specifically into business verticals, and legal is one of those. And everybody started telling us that we had to go to this show and get an integration if we wanted to start doing business with the most forward-thinking of attorneys in the country. And so we had our amazing product team spin up an integration, and within the last several weeks it launched, and we said we have to go to Clio.
That answered my next question. Have you been to Clio before with an integration? No.
This is the first time, and it's in New Orleans, which is the best big city in America, so we couldn't say no.
How's it being received?
It's been received well. We're getting a lot of pass-through on the booth, and there's been a lot of panel presentations today about the need for text messaging and communicating with millennials. And if you don't have texting, you're missing out.
Yeah. What's the interface? I mean,
the interface is very simple. It's got a main panel here on the left side with your text messaging, the people that you've had text messaging conversations with.
Do you see it all right?
And then the messages that they've sent and received.
You can move up here if you want to.
Come on in, don't be shy.
You can even take that off.
This is our web app, and so on the left-hand side you have everybody that you've had a conversation with, and if you click into a particular conversation, you can see the inbound messages are blue, and the outbound messages are gray. And this is kind of the administrative hub of the service. But if you click out of the web app, you'll also be able to receive messages right on the desktop. So I'll have one of my associates here send me a text message in, and you'll see that message just appear right on the screen. And for the sake of illustration, if you had call or text on your website, and Kelly, my associate, is a potential client, and she sends a message in, it's going to show up right on your computer screen, and then you can just simply click reply back, compose a message, and it's on its way.
When I have a cell phone, so I've got my own cell phone I'm communicating with, business people. It could be clients or whatever if I was practicing law.
Yep.
Now I have this. Do I have two separate text numbers, the one coming in off the screen? Or does it even matter? Does the number even matter?
The number does matter, and what we say is use the same number that you publish on Google that somebody would find you on if they do a Google search. If they see your name,
or my wife would text me. Is it the same number always? That's what I'm trying to do.
So you have a personal cell phone number.
Right.
You also have a work number, right?
Yep.
We text enable the work number so that people can call or text the same number.
Okay, so the work number. Okay.
It's the same work number. You don't need to download an app. You don't need a new number. You don't need any hardware.
Right.
We text enable the same business numbers that a client would call.
Okay. How many other verticals are you guys in?
About 30.
And how many customers do you have or users?
We have about 7,000 customers.
Okay. And how does it sell? Does it sell per seat or per user?
It sells per line, so per number.
Line. Okay.
So if a radio station, for instance, signs up with our service, like KEXP in Seattle, and you hear call or text 206-903 KEXP, we're the texting component there. So somebody can pick up their cell phone, use their native messaging app, send a message into KEXP, boom, John Richards sees the message, reads it out on air. So it's a per line business model.
For a lawyer to get started, what does it cost them?
It costs $100 a month. That comes with the integration. That comes with click to text, and it comes with an amazing account manager as well to make sure that adopting this. We know that nobody likes to adopt new software, and it's always a pain in the butt. So we try to make it as simple as possible.
I mean, as somebody that's working the sales and biz dev side, how does it feel to be integrated into other platforms?
It feels great, and it's really needed in this day and age. Years ago, every single business owner in America was beat over the head with CRMs and the fact that you're not doing it right if you're not using a CRM. And so to get really deep penetration into a vertical, you need an integration like we have with Clio.
That's good. Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Kevin.
Kelsey.
Appreciate it.